just had it up a moment ago.
Yeah, I thought, okay. Yep.
Okay, all right, let's
I
go. All right, greetings, good afternoon.
It's still doing a little bit of a thing, maybe, Ann, setting up your webinar for Facebook Live, redirecting.
Okay, is the bar going across?
Now we're good.
Okay, good. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Ann Sieg from the E-Commerce Business School. And this is our Voice of E-Commerce broadcasting, which is the broadcasting arm of the E-Commerce Business School. So our goal here is to display to the public that we are real people who have a go-giving community that supports and empowers each other. So I'm thrilled to have you here. So we're going to help take your business to the next level with this edition of the Voice of E-Commerce. All right, super excited to have you guys here. We had a little snag with technology, but we've arrived through the electrons. We're so excited. So hey guys, what I'd like you to do is just give me a shout out in the comment section below that you can hear us, that you see us. Is great for us to know because sometimes we're not on that end to know. So if you can do that, it'd be awesome. And actually I'm on my phone. I'll just pop in there to see it as well. Okay, so here's the deal. We are picking up from last week where, as you can see, I have with me Coach Curt, and he was with me last week when we talked about a really powerful book called Strengths Finder by Tom Rath. And he put together this survey. It's extremely extensive. And out of that, you get results as to what your strengths are. And that was done in conjunction with Gallup, which is a highly reputable company. And so Coach Curt, the backstory here is he sent me this book as a Christmas gift quite a number of years ago because he had been coaching me and he thought by having me take this, read the book and take the test, it would better help him as a coach to mentor me. And so we have since integrated the teachings of Strengths Finder into our back office of the E-Commerce Business School. Specifically, it's found within the E-Commerce Masters Program, all right? So we went through this last week, and I think we had a lot of fun together because we shared with you how all members of our staff have taken this test. That's how important we feel this is, because here's a core reason. We want to be as good and as great as we possibly can. And that's based on the premise that indeed, people have unique strengths. And that's what the whole book and the test, the online test is about, is people have definite strengths and we want to know what they are so that we can maximize on the strengths of each individual in our team, rather than forcing them into a situation where they're having to work so hard on their weaknesses. We say, no, let's celebrate your strengths and really play to that so we can be as good and as great as we possibly can be. So that's from last week, and you're free to go back and watch that. It's down below on our main EBS page here. But we're going to get out our shovels, our backhoe, Coach Curt, and we're going to have fun and we're going to dig even deeper because we got a really big response from last week. I understand a lot of you have since gone off and bought the book, took the survey. So high five, good on you guys. So with that, Coach Curt, maybe I can find that link and then share on my screen. I was asking you, I was kind of floundering because of the technology challenges we were having. So I think I can handle it. I'm going to grab it for you.
Okay. And Ann, I'm watching Facebook, I think, and I only see you. And I'm wondering now if I'm going to pop up because I'm talking. So I don't know if you see both of us or only see you.
That's a good question. I'm looking at Zoom.
Okay.
So I don't know, but let me look on Facebook.
Okay. Yep. I see your screen now on Zoom.
Okay.
I'm looking on Facebook.
So let's, I'm going to do that on my phone while you're talking and find out. And if you're not showing, I don't know how to remedy that, but I see you. So I hope others can see you, but let us know, guys, if you can see Coach Curt as well. Because he is very handsome and good looking, so he wants to make sure you can all see him. Oh, it is just showing me.
Yeah. Well, I have a great face for radio. It's fine.
Oh, that's really weird. Why is it not showing me?
Is there a setting on Zoom I should hit, Ann, because we had to flip things around to get on the air today?
All I can think is because you logged into my account from your computer, and so you're showing as Ann Sieg, and I think it's just having to choose one Ann Sieg. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know how to change it either. While you're talking, I'll do my digging and see if I can figure out what is going on here. But we're just glad we got on, even though it says Ann Sieg for Coach Curt. It's because we had issues working for my computer to connect. So anyways, we're showing my screen, and now we're going to really dig into it deep. So let's do that.
Okay, so on your screen, I'm just looking at Facebook. It's kind of frozen on my end, but they're seeing the spreadsheet, right?
You know, honestly, it appears to be frozen on my screen as well. So I wonder if I can just text Lisa and find out what she sees. Ask her. I'm going to see. So sorry, guys, even on my phone, I'm having difficulty seeing the comments section. So I'm
going to turn the sound down on my on my Facebook. So say something now, Ann.
Okay. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, I'm not getting sound through Facebook, only through Zoom. So I'm wondering if we're being heard too. Let us know, guys.
You know, okay, so now it's finally, oh no, you've got a black shirt on. Okay, so guys, I'm trying to get to it. Pardon our bumbling. There was some API interface challenges today. Okay, no, I'm completely frozen. My image here. Okay, oh no, it's showing my screen. Oh, here's Lisa. We see the spreadsheet. Oh, Christy says everything is good.
Okay, well, I'll just go through the spreadsheet then. I got it up on my screen. So
okay.
I'll talk through it. All right. So guys, what we did is we just went through our team. If you want to scroll down a little bit, Ann, and show them the strengths domain, what we do as a team is to just take the 34 strengths, piggybacking on last week and the book, The Strengths Finder 2.0. We all took that test and got our top 5 strengths. And then the 34 strengths that StrengthsFinder has lands in one of 4 quadrants: influencing, executing, strategic thinking.
Sorry. Oh, did it just disappear?
Yeah, hit the back arrow on your.
That was odd. Okay, sorry about that.
No worries. Or relationship building. And you know, one thing awesome about our team, Ann, is we have strength. You and I are not the most technically strong, but we got people that are. So a great team effort. So anyway, your individual strengths will land here in one of these 4 quadrants. So it gives you an idea of where your strength is, and that's what you want to build on. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're just starting out in e-commerce. You're liking retail arbitrage. You want to expand into wholesale or expand into other things, which a lot of our people do, and your strengths will all land, or a lot of them land, in the relationship building part of it. Well, it's only natural then that you might, for example, go to a trade show and build relationships and get wholesale accounts, because that's really where your strength is. Others of you, it might be down more in strategic thinking, and that you have really great designs. You might get into print on demand because you have a way to pull all these things together and create things that really are great. Others of you, you know what? You just know how to get things done. You're an executor. You pull plans together and you know how to get things done. You might just, oh, you know what? I could hire a VA out of the Philippines and bless their family for $500 a month. And I'm going to have them do a lot of the stuff, but I'm going to keep charging ahead. So on and on and on and on. You play to your strengths and fill in the back thing with your weaknesses. And so, Ann, if you want to scroll a little bit to the right so they can see the roadmap, we use StrengthsFinder as part of the roadmap. In fact, I just got done with a roadmap consultation with an awesome lady in our community, Ann, and we went through some of her roadmap and the comments on, in fact, here, I'm going to bring them up just so I could read them. I know you're not seeing my screen. So her top strengths were competitor, futuristic, achiever, activator, and belief. And then in the comments below, as we went through the roadmap together, the question was, what were the most important takeaways in analyzing your StrengthsFinder results? Here's her first comment. Wow, that is totally me and exclamation points. It was really amazing to see all this. When I had my website redesigned, the gal that had a 3-page paper I filled out about myself, and she designed my site around me. I was really excited to see these great categories that I was put into. Most important takeaway is that I looked at this list and the explanation on each one, and it made me feel like, yes, I can do this. So, there's a lot of revelation that comes, an affirmation of strengths, or maybe it's a surprise. Say, oh, I didn't realize that was in my gift set that's laying dormant, and run on. So we take people through the roadmap. It's a very beefy document. I'll let you talk about the roadmap and that, and Strengths Finder is a part of it. Then we'll go back to the team part.
Yeah, the roadmap was actually designed last summer with Coach Curt and our executive director of coaching and training, Brian Cummings. And it was from hundreds of hours of in the field work, working specifically with our high-level mentorship group, our members, okay? And it was out of that they designed, it's now a 33-page document, which serves as a business plan. So it really works well for those who especially evolve out of the cash flow business model that we teach through our arbitrage courses, Shop Your Way to Wealth, Online Shopping Profit System, and the Book Flipping Profit System. They gain that financial foundation, they learn about e-commerce fundamentals, etc. And then they move up to, like you just read, Curt, the gal who you just consulted with, is building their own website. And that's where we teach that in the e-commerce master's program, as well as e-commerce enterprise. And so we created this document last summer, again, primarily Coach Curt and Brian Cummings, and we've done revisions. I mean, we are extremely dialed into this roadmap for this main reason, that you have a clear direction on where you're going. And when you do have that clear direction, everything can line up so nicely behind that. You can set your quarterly goals, you can set up your projects and your tasks, etc., because you have a roadmap. Quite frankly, there could be a whole nother voice of e-commerce training just on the roadmap. But what I really enjoyed hearing what you just shared about that consult that you did just within the last hour, is she had taken Strengths Finders, and then, as she mentioned about the person who was working with her on her website, knew of her strengths and was able to play towards those. Because what we firmly believe here at the e-commerce business school is treating people as individuals, because in the marketplace favors individualism, not mass groupthink and all that kind of thing, but who are you, and what are your strengths, and what are your passions and pursuits that you want to follow, rather than pushing the square peg into a round hole, which the school systems do a nice job of that. We don't do that here at the e-commerce business school. We want to focus on the individual. And so that's what the roadmap is about, is to help identify you better relative to where you want to be. And so, Curt, the Strengths Finders test is an actual part of fulfilling and executing the roadmap, correct?
That is correct. And so that was just one piece of the roadmap, and we had a wonderful conversation. And what I experience on a regular basis, Ann, is you can hear the joy and the energy when people, sometimes we get so deep into the woods in our own life and who we are that the obvious, you need someone fresh from the outside. That's a beautiful thing about our community. We provide that at different levels, not the high one-on-one until you get to upper levels, but even the Facebook pages, you get to interface and reflect. And she is sitting on a beautiful business and a beautiful passion. And I gave her one example how she could tie those two together and explode a new business endeavor that she's going to run by one of our other trainers. And so it's really fun when you really start concentrating on the potential and your strengths rather than the limitations or the day-to-day stuff that just takes up your time.
Awesome. Did you want to say more about the team? Did you want me to scroll up?
What all this is about, go ahead and scroll it up. And basically once then.
We have the names off to the left.
But they don't know their last names. I didn't have time to change all that. So yeah, that's okay.
There we go. Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if you scroll up, Ed, We also then mapped out the domains for our team, and our team is very, very strong in strategic thinking, very strong in relationship building. But tell you what, we're executors too, to the nth degree. I think if nothing else, Ann, Lisa, and I a lot of us just balance everything else. But the reason strategic thinking is so crucial is in a fast-moving, fluid environment, you've got to assimilate facts really, really quickly, put them together, and move forward. And we just do that on such a natural day-to-day basis that it's just a lot of fun. So knowing your strengths, so if you are, say, really strong in an area, you might know what kind of business partner to look for, not someone just like yourself. That's what a lot of people do. Birds of a feather flock together. That's great for fun. It's not great for business.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can have people really, like we showcased last week, Curt says, well, Curt, you're an executor. And mine was strategic thinking, but we complemented each other really, really well. So don't be thinking that you need to have someone. I understand about the likability factor, that you have to enjoy the people you're working with. That does not, however, mean relative to strengths. They're not one and the same. So don't be thinking, well, she's a lot of fun, I like working with her. Don't let that be your only qualifier. Think in terms of these strengths domains, and that they're going to be able to complement you for an area that you maybe don't have so much. But I find it very interesting that for our team, the parent company of E-commerce Business School is called 80/20 Marketing. We've been incorporated 12 years. Strategic is, we've always got to be thinking ahead. And in the online space, it does move very, very, very quickly. And to be aware and plan out. If I don't have that kind of planning in place, it doesn't work well for me. I got to be thinking ahead because of things that can happen and change and shift and the like. So I'm going to just check and see if we have any specific comments here. Here's Christy. She is number one is empathy and relationship builder. Awesome. And I think that fits into Christy here is one of our actually strategic partners. And I think that fits in, as I know Christy and gotten to know her really well, she has a very caring spirit about her, and that fits into her brand and the reach and influence that she's wanting to accomplish through her brand. Okay, just looking for any other kind of comments. I don't see anything really specific, but feel free to post that. But again, we just wanted to expand the conversation into these strength domains, and then how we personally have integrated the use of strengths finders into the e-commerce roadmap for our people as they structure their long-term business plan. I'm just going to add in one thing, and then I think we're going to give it a wrap here. And I apologize, we did start late. It was due to some technical challenges. But every week, as part of the e-commerce master's program, members are able to submit an accountability report. And it's in the back office, and they just put in their data, and it's all very specifically laid out. For example, each time we want to know what their quarterly goals are is one example of the data that we're wanting to look for as they remain accountability to us as their trainers and mentors. So that comes in every week, and I do a video review every week of this. And it's really fun to see people comment on both their roadmap as kind of this North Star. It's like a compass, and they use that as a compass to make sure they're staying on track. And they also are aware of their strengths, because that's a part of our e-commerce master's program back office. Is Coach Curt designed a 4-module series focused around this book and the test. So anything you want to say in closing, Curt, as a wrap up to the value of both the book and taking the test?
Just, if you're not in an empowering community, we really invite you to ours unashamedly. But if you're in one, take more advantage of it. Take this test, find out what your strengths are. And it's through reflection and working with other people. Go to the live events, interact in the live venues like Facebook groups and all that kind of stuff, because it's through that you'll really discover how you click and tick in business. And then you'll have more fun getting to where you want to go and be more efficient and effective with it, and have your eyes open to the right type of JVs, partnerships, all of that, and how to go about building your business. So lean into this test, lean into relationships, and you'll find the journey just a lot more fun in discovery. And at the end of the day, you'll be more effective and make more money.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach Curt. And folks, if you enjoyed what you learned here today and you see value in it, absolutely feel free to share this particular session of the Voice of E-commerce. Until then, we will see you next week with our next edition of the Voice of E-commerce. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.